Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Magnus Carlsen and Fabiano Caruana. This is a game from Grand Chess Tour Paris Blitz tournament played in 2017. Magnus Carlsen had white pieces and he started with d4. Fabiano Caruana played d5. White to move. Carlsen was pondering which system to use. He wanted to play Paris system, but there was no such system, so he played the London system. Bishop to f4, knight to f6, and now e3. If knight to f3, black may play knight to h5, attacking the bishop. e3, e6, knight to f3, c5, c3, the standard London system move. Knight to c6, knight from b to d2, bishop to d6, the most played move, challenging the white bishop on f4. Bishop to g3, and Caruana castled kingside. White to move. Bishop to d3 is the most played move. Carlsen played bishop to b5, fighting for the e5 square. This is the idea from the Slav defense, when black plays bishop to b4, fighting for e4 square. The game continued. Bishop takes on g3, h takes on g3, black to move. If bishop to d7, then d takes on c5. Queen to d6 was the old move played in this position. Caruana played queen to b6, a novelty. White to move, perhaps bishop takes knight comes to mind. a4 was played. h6. Carlsen castled kingside 2. Knight to e7. Queen to b3. Queen to c7. a5. Bishop to d7. And Carlsen played bishop to e2, not exchanging light squared bishops. Knight to g6. Queen to a3. c4. White to move and to play the standard move in this type of a position, and that is b3. C takes on b3. White to move. c4 was expected. Instead, knight takes on b3 was played. This move may lose the pawn on c3. Maybe Caruana didn't take the pawn. He played knight to e4. What is wrong with queen takes on c3? If queen takes on c3, then rook from a to c1. Black queen is dressed up and she has nowhere to go. Back to our game. Knight to e4 was played. Rook from f to c1. Bishop to c6. Now c4, naturally, getting rid of the backward pawn and opening the c-file. D takes on c4, rook takes on c4, queen to d8. After 20 moves have been played, white is standing better. Knight to c5, knight to d6, attacking the rook, rook to c2, bishop to d5. White to move. What is the best move for white in this position? Chess teachers would tell their students to use all their pieces, and they would suggest perhaps rook from a to c1. Carlsen played bishop to d3, and this move is much stronger than what it looks. White is preparing e4, b6, e4, b takes on c5. Let's take it back. If bishop to c4, bishop takes bishop, pawn takes knight, d takes on c5. White is a pawn up. If knight takes on e4, bishop to d3. White is better. Back to our game. B takes on c5. E takes on d5. E takes on d5. D takes on c5. Material is equal. but white has a dangerous pass pawn on the c file. Knight to e4, c6, queen to c7. Queens are known as notoriously bad blockaders. Queen to b3, intending queen to b7. Rook from f to d8, queen to b7, rook from a to c8. If queen takes on b7, then c takes on b7, and after rook from a to b8, a6, with the idea to play knight to d4, and then knight to c6. Back to our game. Rook from a to c8, rook to b1, queen takes on a5, black won a pawn, but white pass pawn on the c file is too dangerous. c7 attacking the rook, rook to f8, queen to b5 with a pawn down. White offers to exchange queens. The offer was not accepted. Queen to a3. Let's take it back. Why not? Queen takes on b5. If queen takes on b5, bishop takes on b5, and after knight to d6, bishop to d7. White is much better. Back to our game. So we have queen to a3, white to move. Should white take on d5 or not? If queen takes on d5, the knight goes to c3, forking the queen and the rook. What would you do in this position if you had white pieces? Well, Carlsen did play queen takes on d5. Then he see that knight to c3 is forking his two heavy pieces. What would you do in this position if you had white pieces? Carlsen played rook takes knight on c3. Queen takes rook. White to move. How would you continue? Carlsen simply chopped the knight on g6. The pawn on f7 is pinned. Rook takes on c7. Finally, black got rid of the very annoying pass pawn. But Carlsen had everything under control. He played a move which increased the pressure on the black's position. And the move is knight to e5, queen to c5, offering to exchange queens. What would you do in this position if you had white pieces? Carlsen played bishop takes on f7 check. Rook takes bishop. White played a move and black resigned. And the move is rook to b8 check. Caruana resigned. If rook to c8 blocking, what happens then? Then queen takes queen on c5, and after rook takes on b8, knight takes on f7. If king takes on f7, queen to c7 check, forking the king and the rook. And what else? If black plays first rook to b1 check, then king to h2, and if king takes knight, then queen to f5 check, winning the rook. And let's go back. If in this position black plays king to h7, then queen to e4 check, and after rook to f5 another check, and after g6 check, mate. What a drama. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.